Hello everyone, Matt McCarr with New Leaf Hyperbarics and Wellness, and it's Thursday, so I'm doing a video, but this one's a little different because it's the first of a series of 10, because June 24th marks 10 years in business for us, which means we've been helping a lot of folks over the course of the last 10 years to heal, build, and thrive. I was just running some numbers the other day, and actually it's come June, it's going to be over 7,000 people that we've touched and helped in one way or another here in the greater Eugene area, and actually expanding out into the state of Oregon as a whole, and actually even touched some folks in some other states, which is pretty cool. So this will be the first in the series. I'm going to share some client stories, testimonials if you will, and different things that we've done throughout the course of the last 10 years every Thursday leading up to June 24th, which is actually not a Thursday, unfortunately. It's a Tuesday, but that day is going to be really cool here. We're going to do some really cool things for folks and have some really cool events going on as well. So reach out to us if you want to know more information about that. I was just looking through some photos the other day and realized that April itself actually is a kind of important month in the history of New Leaf. That's the month that I walked into this space. And when I walked through this space, I was like, this is the place. This is where New Leaf's going to be. That was pretty cool to see that in my photos. So some of you may wonder, what really got you into doing hyperbaric therapy? Well, that's a really long story, but the short story of that is I met some folks up in Tacoma, Washington that had a clinic up there called New Leaf Hyperbarics. And I worked with them to start the one here in Eugene, because when I saw what they were doing, I knew it needed to be here in Eugene. It was a very good fit for Eugene. The folks here in Eugene would really fall in love with what we're doing because it fit very well with our way of thinking of more natural healing and things like that. So I went and made the big leap into creating a business like that for folks here in my community, because I really like taking care of folks in my local communities and helping folks to be the best they can be. Leading back a little bit to my story, when I saw New Leaf Hyperbarics, I was just a few weeks out of a neck surgery. Actually, I have a 2-level fusion at C4556, which fixed this bicep great, because this bicep the nerve was pinched and it was atrophying. It just wasn't working at all. Post-surgery, when I went back in, I said, hey doc, this bicep works great. Like, I can flex it, everything's good, but these fingers are numb and tingling, my ring and pinky finger over here. He said, oh yeah, I bumped a nerve to those fingers. That should get better in like another month. Well, 8 months later, when I purchased my first hyperbaric chamber, they were still numb and tingly. And I started doing hyperbaric treatments. I did my first treatment at home and felt a little better. I was also taking ibuprofen like 3 times a day at that time, the big 800 milligrammers, usually breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and maybe even sometimes before bed because of chronic pain from the surgeries and different things I've done through over the years. Did my second hyperbaric treatment 2 days later and was pain-free and euphoric for 48 hours. It was amazing. Started doing treatments 3 times a week. After 6 weeks of treatments, the numbness and tingling I had in these fingers was gone. I also realized that I hadn't taken ibuprofen in a few days, which was super awesome and amazing. And just kind of kept doing that for a little bit. Worked my way back to 2 days a week. Still was great. Worked myself back to 1 day a week. Still doing good. Tried to go every other week, and about a week and a half in, my body said, things don't feel so good. So I have come to realize that as long as I do a treatment once a week, I don't reach for ibuprofen. I don't reach for any type of painkiller, stuff like that. Usually do really good. Unless I do something really super crazy and hurt myself, that's a different story. Like, for example, some of you have followed my story about tearing my bicep tendon at my elbow. So that's the introductory story. We'll use that as the introductory story. My personal story, where I got rid of some numbness and tingling in my fingers and basically healed some nerves. I mean, if we jump forward 4 years, I had some other nerve issues in my left leg from a back injury in 2007. That resolved itself as well. So it's really cool things that can happen if you're a regular hyperbarics user and you get yourself on a maintenance program. The maintenance program can actually help with some really cool things for you, or could help with some really cool things for you as well. So watch for each video. I'm going to try to get them posted every Thursday, like I said, up until in the series anyway, up until the week prior to our 10th year anniversary date. If some of you are out there and would like to know more about New Leaf Hybrids because you're just now learning about this, feel free to give us a call at 541-636-3278. You can also email us, eugene@newleafworld.com. You can look us up on Facebook. Our website is newleafeugene.com. All those great places. There again, if you have questions and you want to know more, just give us a call. We're happy to talk with you, answer all your questions, or shoot us an email, and we'll get back to you via email if you're more of an email person. You can also text us at that same phone number, and we'll connect with you that way. Until next week, guys, have a great day.